Hello, welcome back to Solstice. I'm your Prince Play Solon, and when we last left off last week on Solstice, we had an argument with ourselves, and that was very cool, very new and refreshing, and it seemed like a lot of you guys, we had a really good conversation in the comments about where do we feel like all these characters end off? Where is Galen? Where is Yanni? Where are their heads at? We can even look at we can flick between our tabs. Galen? I don't think he's trying to hide or lie about things, because I don't think that's really in his nature, but he is definitely protecting someone or something, and I think he's protecting someone from himself. I think if he's hiding anything, it's for defensive reasons. And there's a reason that Galen and Yanni are both here that they aren't going to tell anyone about ever, unless they are forced to. They've both been very cagey about it. The difference between Galen and Yanni is that Yanni is very proud. And so I don't think that she's hiding as much as she's just not telling people everything. Because she's crafty in more ways than one. She's a very crafty person. But I was just having a blast talking about all of the characters and talking about everything that's been going on up to this point in Solstice, because it's such a cool story. It's very cool. And so let's continue our story. We're about to get into some big old trouble. I want to see Yanni. I want to see someone push up against Yanni. People have been pushing up against Galen and playing with and against him in different ways. I want to see Yanni get into some trouble too. People have questioned her, but nobody's really like gone out of their way to be like, yo, this is weird that you're here. It's weird that you like almost died just to be in this podunk, horrible, rich person town where no rich people are right now. So we're gonna go see Istvan. There's no way. What could possibly go wrong? Shouldn't you be stopping me right now? Nah, not this time. I kind of want to see how this plays out. I want to see him totally wreck you up real bad. If Istvan expects me to stay up all night to service him and then continue the next day without sleep, he's even crazier than I thought. Oh, so you were like with Istvan all night. I had no idea. I don't really know the rules here yet. What? No! How dare you? No! I was not doing the sex with Istvan. Gross. Istvan was stargazing and ordered me to stay in case he needed anything. She's got the fists. She's got the clamps. She's like, I'ma throttle someone. She always looks like she is a step away from throttling someone, just like... Oh. Istvan's an astronomer. Right. Seems like a step in the right direction. Rulers need knowledge. Yanni, what are you talking about? You should think it's really weird that Istvan just kind of like stargazes all day. It's not a step in the right direction, I assure you. You can't become wise overnight, and Istvan hasn't the patience for it. He believes in easy answers. He spent the whole night attempting to learn. I guess that should count for something, right? Sure it does, dementia. He was muttering about a special night, star alignment, magic, and mathematics. He kept me up because astrology told him something is about to happen. Ooh, cool. Here's the thing I don't totally get about Laura, is that when we look at Galen's thing, it says Laura claims she saw death in Galen's destiny. Laura's got some kind of touch with something, but now we know, I guess it's probably gonna be under Istvan. Now we know Istvan is obsessed with astronomy, and Laura's not having any of it. What? Like, let's jump back a step. Laura, muttering about a special night and stars and mathematics and magic. Astrology told him something's about to happen, but, like, forces and spirits tell her about other people all the time. So is there a difference there? Is there not a difference? I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think Laura's just kind of being cagey. She's being weird. Don't know, don't care. If you want, you can go up and ask him yourself. You wouldn't be the first to come and go unsupervised. Yeah, I guess it's pretty much like, all's fair now that it's winter break. Nobody cares about anything anymore. Don't tell him I said that. Don't worry, I won't say a thing. I can see this angers you, trust me. You'll feel better after telling him off. Ancestors forbid, I'm not gonna fight the man. I work for him. Do it here then, behind his back. Feels almost as good as the real thing, you'll see. Yanni, no! You're gonna get Laura fired! Yanni, stop! No! Not sure, it's just that, why am I supposed to enforce some stupid rule when every other woman is allowed to break it? Yeah, that sounds rotten. Who has it you had to tolerate? Who was it you had to tolerate? I can't say, but if you see an attractive woman in this town, you can't be sure she's been seduced by a family member and was above the code of conduct at some point. Oh. So, like, a capital F family likes to seduce attractive women and instill this kind of patriarchal society thing. Which, now that it's winter break and nobody's in the town anymore, there ain't no rules anymore. So, the patriarchy flew south for the winter, is basically what happened. Alright. So, the gates are closed, but the bedposts stay wide open. So if it's free access you want, be nice to Istvan. Yeah, he's like, I think now you are talking about sex, and I think I'm gonna pass. Wise move, the best ones go high. Earn riches and official posts, but they're never the same afterwards. It never ends well. Honestly, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Can you give me an example? Anything recent, perhaps? You know, can I just, like, take down the order of all the people who are having sex here? Can you just give me like a nice little like flow chart or a map? Ah, yes, look at all the things happening. Everyone's banging everyone here. I wouldn't dare. It might hurt someone. More importantly, it might hurt me. Is there like a bathroom stall I can go to that's just like, look at the top 10 hotties, and then there's like lipstick between all the ones that have already smooched each other to death? Alright. I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's look at a big list. Let's look at the big map of everyone. That one is doing that one, is doing that one, is doing that one, is doing that one. And it's all this Twin Peaksy, everyone's fucking everyone, kind of everything, and then Laura Palmer dies. And everyone's like, ah, crap, maybe we shouldn't have been having sex with everyone else behind each other's backs. Dang, peas, butts. We really got us into shenanigans this time. Except it's weird, because there's no Laura Palmer as like a smoking gun, it's just Lev's gone. It's just Lev. Lev's gone, guys, and everyone's like, oh shit. Lev's gone. Apparently he was the most important cog keeping this machine grinding. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk, Lev? Well, alright. It's no secret how Constance got the bathhouse. Ask anyone. Laura! Okay, Laura, I think you are stepping your bounds. I think you are overstepping here. You're saying Constance was hooking up with Istvan? There's no way. I want to see this. I want to see this say, Laura thinks... Ah, it's gonna be under Constance, isn't it? No, is it gonna be under Istvan? Which one? Who's got this? Yeah, none of these say... Maybe in the city? Dumb. I can't find it. I can't find it. I know it was there, but... She agreed to spend many years with Istvan's brother as his unofficial companion. Okay, okay, so it's Istvan's brother. Maybe a different person. Ding! There we go. There we go. Such deals are common in the city. Okay, so we do have the fact that the bathhouse was a reward for being with Istvan's brother. As a bodyguard, that doesn't necessarily mean things got intimate or anything. It could be a totally professional agreement that was made. Probably though, I mean, that's totally Constance's, hopefully the kind of person that enjoys trading power in any way that she can find it. But I don't know, there's something about Constance that I really trust her for some reason. Which sucks, because I know that I can't trust anyone in this thing, but for some reason Constance strikes me as like really trustworthy. She has this confidence and some autonomy, not to mention the bathhouse. Yay, yay, yay. You know the rules, and so do I. And to utilize her opportunities the same way they do. But she's definitely not as delicate or spontaneous as she was before. Oh, so she's saying this is a part of her, like, first being here. I've already told you too much. Yeah, Laura, frickin'... Last episode when we were talking about how everyone talks? Everybody talks in this frickin' game. Everybody talks. I'm one of the decent ones. I lost this game. Oh, Laura. Load out your ass, Laura. What a mess. What a mess. How can anyone work inside? Oh, cool. It's actually his observatory. Discipline of thought. Discipline of thought should be visible in every aspect of one's actions. If that's true, Istvan's science must have gone mad. This telescope is clearly faculty technology. Faculty technology. We haven't seen the capital F faculty before. Best there is. He must be serious about his pursuit of astronomy. These instruments cost a fortune, but he doesn't even clean them.
What do you think you're doing in here? You should be fixing the city, not disturbing my studies.
We spoke about this yesterday. I need to see the city plans. Sir?
Before you get what's important, like the lamppost that blew up yesterday.
If you're gonna question my every move, this is gonna take forever. Do I really need to explain every basic thing to you? Ooh, she's got the look. She's like, take it to Istvan.
Only if you want to get anything done in this city.
I need to get to the main control chamber for accurate readings. Every other access point gives only a sliver of control.
I've been ruling this city for over a decade. This is my first time hearing about a control chamber.
My guess is the architects wanted to protect you from yourselves. Your politics don't always put the wisest on top. Dang, Yanni! Yanni! You're blowing this whole place up. You're gonna look super suspicious. I mean, although, that's not a bad idea. It's not the worst idea to just, like, holler out so loud that nobody takes you seriously, to the point where, well, like, everyone takes you seriously, but nobody takes you seriously. So you can just start operating in plain sight. I don't care. You know what? I don't care if I can't trust Yanni, or if I can't trust Galen, or if I can't trust... All I know is, go Yanni. Go Yanni. You do whatever you're gonna do. If you're gonna sabotage, blow up this whole city, kill everyone, I don't care. You do it. I'm cheering for you, dog. I'm cheering for Yanni so much. Alright, let's look at the master control system. Along with all its access points, it's written in faculty code. Remember those strange symbols?
No, show me.
What the... It's missing. Did you give it to someone? Who else had access to these? Constance.
What are you insinuating, kid? The plans were kept safe in the library archives downstairs. Access to that area is restricted to family members. No one would know how to read your damn code, or even what it's all about.
It would indeed require considerable knowledge to decipher. But don't tell me only the families are allowed in. I just entered undisturbed. Who else could have taken the plans?
You were invited because you've proven your identity and the guards know you're to be trusted. To a point.
Do you have any other trusted visitors that could freely walk in?
You are testing my patience. Trust is not something I give lightly.
I heard rumors that some women might have access here. I'm sorry, I must ask.
Yanni, I'll explain this once. My brother used to be a careless ruler with mistresses who could do as they pleased. And that was years ago. I took the seat when he passed, stars bless him, and things changed. I only let in trusted family members and faculty technicians such as yourself. Anyone else would be my private matter and not of your concern. Do I make myself clear?
I know this is hard for you to understand, but working outside of the main control chamber is like building a bridge with your bare hands. The thief took my main tools.
Making excuses already? Find what caused the explosion, fix it, and never bother me again. Can you do that?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Hopefully I'll know more after I examine the marketplace. Since I need to focus on finding the access point, I have to rely on Galen to find Lev. Would you mind if I shared some of my knowledge with him? He's already engaged himself.
Ah, interesting choice. There's certainly more to our young doctor than meets the eye, isn't there?
Also, he's a Decepticon. Spoilers.
Galen, more than meets the eye. Unless you chose him because of some infatuation. Is that why you ask?
It's not a matter of his looks. It's his education. Something people here are in dire need of. I do not base my decisions on emotions. I'm asking about Galen because I want to be objective. He seems trustworthy enough, and I don't know him well. Also, sometimes we lie to each other and are critical of each other. So like, you know what? All in all, Yanni's right. Galen's a really good choice for this. You know a lot about all those who are allowed to enter this room, so I thought it couldn't hurt to ask for your opinion.
Galen seems a very capable doctor. He's a tad young, and it's almost a miracle that he cured you. If he wished you harm, he already had the chance to act. Yet he's managed to help you, Slava, and a couple others since he came. All signs suggest he's reliable. He could be of much use if you let him be.
I guess you're right. Thank you for your advice.
Good, enough chit-chat. City's meant to be everlasting. Now it's falling apart like a cheap toy. If I find out the faculty's a fraud, or what they've sent as an incompetent technician, I'll take action, starting with you.
What does that mean? What kind of threat is he implying? Istvan, you're being... I don't like how that sounds. But I do like how Yanni's making this magical chandelier balance in her hand. It looks funny. It looks really neat. You've got it, girl. Don't worry. I'm gonna find the cause of the explosion as fast as I can. I will try to learn more about Lev's disappearance as well, and I promise we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Youngsters are always the same. I need solutions, not cocky promises. Fix the marketplace, point out the guilty party fast. Otherwise we'll get doubt and fear and then unrest. I'd hate to deal with that. People need to see the lamppost back to normal. They need to feel safe. The culprit behind bars, and I need to get back to my astronomy. Do you understand? And I need you to catch me the Spider-Man. Get me pictures of the Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, no, you got it, sir. I get it.
Get on with your work. Keep in mind, your time's limited. Are we done here?
What do you know about Kala? One thing.
I tell you to get to work, you take interest in fairy tales, are you dumb child? I will not tell you anything unless you deliver us at least a semblance of a result. Do not strain my patience. Good day. Goodbye.
All right, if questions are considered dumb here, then I can see how the city ended up the way it did. I knew I was gonna get in trouble for asking questions. I knew I was gonna get in trouble for asking too many questions. They gave me an ample opportunity to say, hey, let's leave it here. But I needed for him to say that it was fairy tales. That's so important. Even if it's at the cost of my relationship with Istvan, as strange as it is. Ah, here comes a special boy. Afraid of the competition? Let's get the boys back in town. I'd be happy to see you solve this investigation and find Lev all by yourself, but I doubt that's possible. So no, I don't find you threatening, Galen.
Are you alright?
You seem tense. I'll be blunt, there's two things I truly hate: not knowing what's going on and surprises. That's exactly what's happening right now. Unfortunately for me. Well, prepare for some more disturbing news. On my way here, I noticed marks on the leaves of several plants. A very slight discoloration. Are the plants sick? Do plants work like that? I can't be sure without thorough examination, but different species of varying sizes were affected, including some very resilient ones. They all have one thing in common, though. Vulnerability to cold. What? Oh, the plants in the city are vulnerable to the cold, and it's usually not cold in here because the whole place is powered. So they're saying something's going wrong with the power that's causing plants to act differently. It's getting cold. It's gonna get cold in here. Oh god, that's so scary. Merchants who built this city brought these plants from the southern lands for only one reason: show off. Well, it looks like their power is dwindling. The changes were minute, So the cause must be recent. Made me worried about the greenhouse plants too. There's some very vulnerable rarities which must be kept in perfect condition. I need to prepare the stronger medications, so it's a big deal. This is bad news. Can you keep an eye on this and tell me if anything changes? We could use your herbs as an early warning system. Of course! The garden is my responsibility anyways. Do you think this could be related to the explosion in the market? Yeah, no, that's pretty much what we're all thinking, man. No, you're right. Then it's safe to assume the temperature will continue to drop until the system is repaired. Do you have any idea what might have caused the failure? I think it was sabotaged. Galen, aren't you doing Kasiah's job right now? Galen, you should, okay, let's be fair, they're just comparing notes right now. Kasiah can jump on this at any time. So, maybe I shouldn't be discussing this with you at all. The trouble started when you and Yanni came to the city. Vital list of suspects, you'd be right there at the top. Oh, yes, Yanni and I are conspiring against you. We should be put in a dungeon and severely punished. Or maybe you could just punish me. Oh, snap! Boys! Boy, get him! I honestly can't tell whether you're covering for a culprit or trying to flirt with me. Is it working? More important question is it working? Your sunny disposition doesn't make you any less suspicious, Galen. If you two are up to something, make no mistake, you'll get your punishment. Maybe we should focus on the more immediate task of finding Lev. Huh? Learn anything new, buddy? Huh, buddy old pal? You were right about Slava hiding something. I managed to convince her to be more open with me, and she gave me an important clue, Lev's diary. Well done! Did you learn anything from it? I did. Shortly before his disappearance, Lev met with someone, an ally he didn't name. That person was apparently an expert on Kala and advised him to search for it using magic. It's safe to assume this person may have been involved in his disappearance. So someone's directly involved in Lev's last expedition, and he took a sudden interest in magic. Galen, I'm impressed. You've coped with this investigation well. You're either a natural or very lucky. Finding information and assembling it until a coherent picture forms aren't really that different from a doctor's work. I work on computers all day, and so like my business is kind of the same. It's like, all right, does it work yet? No. Let's start asking questions. When was the last time it was working? Where was it last working? Where did it break? When did it stop breaking? What was running when it was broken? Once you start answering some of these questions, you start to make the full picture of what has gone wrong and how it went wrong and how to make sure it doesn't happen again. Collect symptoms, put them in categories, construct a hierarchy, and then you come up with a diagnosis. I love these perfect boys. I love them so much. They're so good. If only the process was so straightforward. Sometimes you have to be intuitive, take leaps through strange connections just to see where they lead. Kasiah's right too! Kasiah's right, they're comparing critical thinking with problem solving. I love these boys so much. I just love them so much. Critical thinking and problem solving steps. Relying on pure facts and logic, you have to diagnose the entire city. And that, even with all your zeal, that'd be too large of a task. Tell me, have you ever solved something similar in your career? You wanna hear my story? Did Constance send you? Constance loves doing this crap to me all the time. No, I'm just curious. I literally have been asking questions since I got here. So of course I'm gonna ask dumb questions all the time. Why would Constance send me to you anyway? Now you're making me ask more questions now, buddy. She can be inquisitive, especially when it comes to sensitive topics. She's been trying to learn my past for years. I used to think she's simply curious. Some people are like that. When I noticed how frustrated she gets when I refuse to talk, I realized it's gotta be something else. What are you suggesting? Let me just say, I can recognize an informant when I see one. In that case, you have nothing to fear from me. I simply wish to know you better. That remains to be seen. But alright, I'll humor you. Yeah! Before I came here, I spent many years working as a guard in large cities, usually wealthy ports. Wealth attracts crime. Indeed, I had my hands full. I've seen a lot. I've investigated several cases of missing husbands and wives too. They all had one thing in common. You never found them? Every single one of them went missing because of their spouse. It became very clear very fast that I was dealing with murder. A husband who removed his wife so he could marry his lover without having a rich and powerful father-in-law as an enemy. Or a wife who became so obsessively jealous she imagined her husband was having an affair with her sister and then hired an assassin to kill them both. Damn, Kasiah! That's terrible. That's terrible. Is it? The way I see it, it's human nature to hurt each other, whether with iron, gold, or silk and intrigue. Constance was right. You've got a lot of stories to tell. I'm rarely in a talkative mood. You're lucky, Galen. They keep saying this. They keep saying, you're lucky, Galen. So did Slava kill Lev? No. No, she didn't at all. Should I ask why he quit his job? No. I want to know, was he always a guard? Wait, you said you spent many years working as a guard. I'm curious as to what made you become a man of justice in the first place. What kind of person were you before? You used to be a sellsword, right? Do you really want to know? I wouldn't be asking otherwise. I really want to know, man. I want us to know each other really well. I was a killer, a blade for hire, a mercenary, a soldier with no cause other than becoming rich and famous. I prefer not to talk about it. Let's just say I never had the bloodthirst necessary to draw satisfaction from killing. I'm just real freaking good at it. When I made enough money, I left the trade routes in that part of my life. I bought a house in the city and I began anew. Huh. How did you manage to get out of that life after, you know, killing enough people to make a living? Alright, I understand. I know when to stop asking questions. Maybe I should let you get back to your investigation. You do you, I'll do me. About that, I want your opinion on one more thing. Do you think there's any connection between the explosion and Lev's disappearance? You might as well ask Laura and her cards about that. It's impossible to say at this stage. But it's always a good idea to observe how people behave in situations like this. Stress and pressure magnify the things we like to keep hidden. Thanks for the advice. That's plenty enough. What's your next move? There's two people I haven't talked to yet. Sem and Istvan. They both might have some valuable information. Besides, at this point, you should collect what you can from all available sources. That's my plan. That's my plan, my dude. I enjoy talking with people too much to stop anyways. I better leave you now. Thanks again for your help. Remember, let me know if you learn anything new. I will. Guess I'll see you at the party tonight. Goodbye, Galen. That went well. That went really well. Where are we gonna go next? Oh, man. I think we successfully flirted with the boy. I think we did good. He threatened us, and we said that we liked that. It's so easy. It's so easy. So, yeah, we got a lot done today. Thank you guys for being here. This has been a lot of fun. And to next time on Solstice, where are we gonna go? We got two options. We can go hang out with Istvan, or we can go hang out with Sem. So, what are we gonna do? Not sure yet. I'm worried that if I go to one, I won't be able to go to the other. So, we'll have to make it count, whatever we do. Do I want to hang out with Istvan more? Or do I want to hang out with Sem? I like Sem a lot. I don't like hanging out with the pups. Anyway, yeah. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I want to hear more about Galen and Kasiah. And, God, I feel weird when I like trust people. I said this earlier today with Constance. I'm like, God, I trust her too much. I know I am, but also, God. And then Kasiah, exact same way. Exact same way. I think maybe that's the worst part about this story, is that I trust everyone. I want them all to be like having each other's best interest, but I know one of them has to be a bad egg somewhere along the line. And it could be us. It could be Gallon. Maybe not. I hope not. I hope not. Anyway, that's part of the mystery. Who's a bad egg? Let me know. Let me know who's the person you don't trust in the story. And I'll see you next time for more Solstice, more adventures, and more Rainy Day Let's Play.